Hello all. Last week I noted that I was surprised that there had been no evident cyber retaliatory attacks by Iranian threat actors. Welp, on Monday a threat group named Handala claimed a successful attack on Stryker, a US-based global medical equipment company with $25.1 billion in revenue in 2025. According to the threat group, Stryker had a substantial portion of their systems apparently remote wiped and 50 terabytes of data exfiltrated. Now, also in the news this week, there was an enormous quantity of defects and updates unleashed by the likes of Apple, Adobe, Asus, Cisco, Google, HPE, Microsoft, SAP, and Veeam. The defenders will be busy. This email and video commentary is from the RedDotSecurity.news website that contains a plethora of links to other items not mentioned here that are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's provided in these opening comments. So, on to the headline news. Iran war tech casualties. Stryker Corporation, a global medical device manufacturer with an estimated 56,000 employees, was forced to send most of them home on Wednesday when they discovered that they'd been attacked by Handala hack team. The threat group claims to have exfiltrated 50 terabytes of data and then remote wiped nearly 200,000 devices via Microsoft Intune. This successful destruction should cause chills to run up the spine of every system administrator and security professional. There was no malware involved. Legitimate tooling was broken into and used against Stryker in a devastating way. Identity truly is the new battlefront. Microsoft, apparently in response, has published best practices for securing Microsoft Intune. It's well worth reading and implementing the guidance therein. Verifone, a global payment and verification company, was also claimed to have been hacked by Handala. But Verifone is denying the claim and asserts that there is no evidence of compromise. Handala, for their part, has revealed what appears to be screenshots of administrative interfaces of Verifone systems. I guess we'll see soon if this is legitimate. Cisco disclosed yet another defect that needs immediate patching. This is the third week in a row they've announced patches. The most recent announced defect is Cisco's iOS XR and can allow elevation to root. Additionally, Cisco released updates for packaged CCE, Unified CCE, Unified CCX, and Unified Intelligence Center. Google patched several Chrome 0 days. Update your browser immediately. You should get in the habit of restarting your Chromium-based browsers at least weekly, since Google has announced that Chrome will now have an accelerated update cycle, with updates coming much more frequently. HPE has released updates to their Aruba Networking AOS CX operating system to address a critical defect that enables administrator account password reset. There is some mitigation guidance provided by HPE in case you cannot immediately update your switches. Now, there is no currently known active exploitation, so patch soon. Microsoft Patch Tuesday, March 2026 was typical in size, with 79 or 83 defects being patched depending on who's counting. There were 2 zero-day remote code execution vulnerabilities addressed in Microsoft Office. It would be wise to prioritize those, since apparently they can be triggered via the application's preview pane. As with any Microsoft patch, vet them first on a subset of systems. There are usually issues reported, some of which are already cropping up and are linked in our full report. Nginx UI flaw enables a threat actor to access the server's backup without authentication. This requires immediate attention if you publicly expose Nginx, as this could result in exfiltration of critical information about the system's configuration, credentials, tokens, and keys. Proof of concept is already in the wild, so now it's a race to patch or purloin, so don't wait on this one. Veeam Backup and Replication released patches to address defects that can allow remote code execution if successfully exploited. It should be noted that most of the flaws involve a domain-authenticated user. Best practice is that your Veeam backup server is not domain-joined and uses separate credentials. Threat actors are quick to jump on these defects, since if they can wipe your backups, you'd be forced to pay their ransom should they successfully encrypt your systems. And a few of these patches are not related to domain join, so please patch quickly. Click fix attacks evolving. In the latest twist on what has been an amazingly successful infiltration method by dirtbags, the newest variants have users executing shortcut keys to bring up Windows Terminal instead of Windows Run, and then have the user paste PowerShell commands into that. In another variant named InstallFix, these evil soulless meatbags clone legitimate sites that offer helpful instruction for noobs, people who are new to the industry or who are learning, and then along with legitimate commands that instruct the novice how to accomplish a task by copying and pasting into their command line in terminal sessions. The threat actors then count on the novice not recognizing suspicious commands and have the noob paste commands that inject malicious downloaders that then infect the unsuspecting person's system with keyloggers, info stealers, remote access trojans, and more. The internet is not a safe place. Startup is building the first data center to use human brain cells. I could leave this headline right there, but I won't. Are they crazy? This has all the makings of a B-rated sci-fi movie. It's bad enough that we're racing towards some sort of world-dominating AI consciousness with the speed of a 3-year-old grabbing a cookie off the counter, but now we're actively working on making data centers that could potentially develop their own neural pathways? Yikes! The prior article explains how human brain cells on a chip have learned how to play first-person shooter game Doom. Consider me a Luddite, but I don't like this one bit. Stryker Corporation is dealing with what is pretty much a worst-case scenario. I wonder if any of their enterprise planning were prepared for this outcome. If your company and systems are still working well, thank your cyber defenders for doing their jobs, and then ask for a review of your disaster recovery plans. Who does what, when, and how if a disaster arises? How about your business continuity plan? Do you have one? How will your business continue to make money to do what it is that your business does if your systems are down? And what about your business resumption plan? You have one, right? How do you effectively and safely bring things back online after being down? Who needs to be contacted? In what order? What information is needed? Etc. News headlines such as Stryker should serve as a metaphorical wake-up call to all of us. We cannot rest, we must be ever vigilant, and we must keep our DR, BC, BR plans current, relevant, and available. Keep the shields up.